according to the design drawings and requirements. Mark the installation positions of the ground rails and pads on the ground. Place the pads in sequence and fix them with M12 expansion bolts. Lift the single section of the ground rail to corresponding position according to the serial number. Then use the laser leveling device to roughly adjust each section of the rail to the same level. And then use M16 multiply 60 bolts to splice the rails together. And then refer to the laser leveling device to use a wrench to fine-tune the anchor bolts of each section of the rail. Finally, weld the anchor bolts to pad. Tighten the anchor bolts. Lift the robot onto the moving platform. Fix it with M20 multiply 60 bolts, and then lift the robot control cabinet, welding machine, and welding wire barrel onto the moving platform in turn. Install the seam tracking device to the bracket at the front end of the robot. Install the cross-shaped wire straighteners to the wire barrel cap, and finally connect the wire feeding hose from the straightener to the wire feeder. Place the drag chaining with cables on the ground rail. Connect one end of drag chain to the moving platform, and the other end to the cable adapter plate at the end of the ground rail. Power incoming line connected to the power distribution box. Welding negative cable connected to the negative output terminal of welding machine. Core control cable plug into the socket on the side of robot control cabinet. Compressed air pipe connected to air interface of torch cleaner. Welding protection air pipe connected to the air source interface of robot base. Seam tracking device network cable, seam tracking device power cable. Driver network cable connected to the first driver's in port inside of robot control cabinet. Robot power cable. Welding machine power cable. Connect to 3-color light. Connect to lubrication pump power cable. Connect to torch cleaner control cable. Connect to the network cable port in at end of the welding machine. Connected to ground rail moving motor power cable. Encoder cable. Connect to the power line interface of the heavy-duty connector on the robot base. Connect to the heavy-duty connector encoder interface on the robot base. Connect the positive output cable of welding machine to the positive terminal of robot base. Connect the welding machine wire feeder control cable to the wire feeder. Water outlet pipe, water inlet pipe connected to wire feeder. Power heavy-duty connector, connect to user's power supply. Compressed air interface, connect to user's compressed air source. Welding shielding gas interface, connect to user shielding gas source. 10-core control cable, plug into the socket of computer operation cabinet. Seam tracking device power cable connects to the seam tracking device adapter board, BCW0 to 0 in the computer operation cabinet. Driver network cable, connect to the ETH-ERC18 network port of computer in operation cabinet. SIM tracking device network cable to the LAN, one network port of the host in the computer operation cabinet. Welding negative cable connected to welding workpiece. In this way, the installation of the ground rail robot is completed and enters the power on debugging stage.